Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my 30-week pregnancy update, and I am so excited to be filming this today. I'm already out of breath, but I feel like 30 is a really big number, and it's very exciting because it means we are very, very close to the finish line and getting to meet and hold our precious little baby. So I'm really excited that this is our 30 weeks. Let me start by saying this is going to be a pretty quick video. I know my other ones in the past have been quite long, and I'm sorry about that. I tend to ramble. I'm going to try and get the rambling under control, but also on top of that, there's just not a whole lot of change this week. There's not anything really out of the ordinary that's going on that hasn't already happened, so we're going to make this short and sweet. And stay tuned to the end, where you will see my bump yet again massively growing. So let's get into our symptoms. The first symptom I'm going to talk about is my acid reflux this week. My acid reflux this week was very mild. There was only a couple occasions or instances where I was like, okay, maybe I need to take a Tums to get this under control. I didn't switch to any other medicine just because it's working for me, so, and I don't have it that often that I don't really want to go spend more money on something else. So Tums is working for me, but what I've done differently this week is I have noticed some of my triggers that cause acid reflux. One is this really amazing tri-tip that I get from Trader Joe's. It's the Kansas City barbecue tri-tip. It's so easy to make, so I get it a lot, and it is so yummy. But the spices in it is a trigger for my acid reflux. So I know that if I am going to make this, I need to eat it somewhat earlier in the day. So maybe have an earlier dinner, around 5 or maybe 6, and just kind of watch myself. And if I end up going to bed early that night or something and I'm laying there and I can feel it, I'll just instantly take a time to go to sleep, and it's no big deal. So knowing your triggers is very important when dealing with acid reflux. So I figured out a few of mine and kind of gotten that under control. So my acid reflux has been pretty mild this week, which is good. My next symptom is my pelvic pain. My pelvic pain this week has been kind of in the medium range. It again hurts mostly at night, and I'm starting to realize that the body pillow I've been using I think is a little too soft and squishy to put in between my legs. So I think that I need to switch to a harder pillow, which I did yesterday, but it was like a really big pillow. I mean, if you can see behind me, it's the huge black one. So I think I need to find a happy median there, because that one was a little bit too hard to sleep with, I guess, and really bulky and big and took up so much space. So I need to get that under control. But when I'm doing certain movements, like going from sitting to standing and trying to get up off the floor specifically, I feel my pelvic pain the most. So that's not fun, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So I would give this week, my pelvic pain is in the middle range. My next symptom is my lower back pain. I have noticed that my lower back pain really comes into play when I have been, cleaning all day, standing on my feet all day, working out, going for walks, just being active is when my lower back hurts the most, which makes sense. So I just need to be more mindful of wearing my belly support band in those times, because when you're cleaning the house and stuff, you think, oh, I'm at home, I don't need to put that on, and you just don't think about it. So now I need to start thinking about it, because the alternative is your lower back will hurt and I don't want that. So if there's something I can do to minimize the pain, I need to be doing it. So next time, next week, I will be more mindful about wearing my belly band, even when I'm at home, when I know I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff that involves standing and bending and just being active, okay? Now, those are it for like my main symptoms, but there were a couple things that happened specifically this week. One is my baby's movement. Just like last week, he's starting to run out of space, I think, in here. I know that they like being all tight and wound up and all of that, but it pushes lots of weird pressures and feelings and stuff on my stomach. But one really freaky thing happened this week where all of a sudden, oh, the camera is up too high, you can't see, but on my upper part of my stomach, there was like probably this big of like something pushing out, but like this, so maybe it was like a foot, and it was sticking out of my stomach, like pushing out. You couldn't like make out the foot, but there was a weird bulge right there. That totally freaked me out. Like I was like trying to like pat my stomach, like, oh my gosh, what is that? Go back in, like rubbing my stomach, put that back, because I did not like that feeling. It was so weird. It totally freaked me out. I'm thinking it's a foot because at my last doctor's appointment, my little guy is already head down, so his feet would be up. So it was maybe that or a knee, or I don't really know. Something pushing out against my stomach in just one small little area. It was really weird. So that happened. Another thing that happened this week was the 4th of July, and we had gone out to this, like, I don't know, the city put on this thing with vendors and people selling stuff, and there were concerts going on and all sorts of stuff downtown. So we walked downtown for a little bit, and then afterwards we went to our friend's house, and Ranger, our first son, was playing with their kids, and we were outside for, hours, late into the night. I mean, by late into the night, I mean like 9. That's late into the night. And that is prime time mosquito time. And I know that I am very yummy to mosquitoes, and I get eaten alive. So I went out the day before and bought bug spray. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally went and got some because I was worried about my son getting eaten and me being eaten, and my husband barely gets eaten. He's lucky. And when we get eaten, we welt up. So I knew that I needed to get something. So what I got was the Johnson Family Company Off Family Care Insect Repellent. It's the unscented one with aloe vera, and it contains 7% DEET. It was one of the more mild ones that had DEET. Some of the other ones had more DEET in it, and I don't know, I just get nervous about using a lot of chemicals, but at the same time, I know that DEET works, or it's supposed to. So I sprayed us a few times throughout the day, and the next day, my son had a couple bites, and I had 5. I had 5 new mosquito bites that totally welted up and were itchier than heck, and oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. So, note to self, don't buy this, don't use it. It apparently doesn't work. Although I posted in my mom's group on Facebook about it, asking, what do you guys use? Because clearly this isn't working and I need to get something else. And some people said they have this one and it works great for them, but it doesn't work good for their kids, or different things like that. And so people were giving me lots of pointers. So I'm gonna go through the list and trial and error and buy one at a time and see which one works best for me and my son, because this is crazy. I mean, this is my 3rd summer here in Raleigh, and now that my son is a toddler, he's wanting to be outside all the time, and that means that him and I are both getting eaten alive, and that is not fun. So that is one thing that happened this week. We got eaten alive by mosquitoes, and I'm in the process of finding a mosquito repellent that actually works for me. So if you have any pointers on which insect repellents work best for you. Put that in the comment box below. Let me know, because this is getting ridiculous. Okay, well, let's get to the bump. Let's show you how big my tummy is this week. I'm wearing black though, so it may not seem as big, because black is always slimming, but yeah, here we go. My 30-week pregnancy update. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like by pressing the button below, and also if we're not already YouTube friends, please subscribe to my channel. I've got some really great videos in store for us coming up, and you don't want to miss my next week's pregnancy update, which will be 31 weeks, which is crazy. I cannot believe we are already going to be 31 weeks pregnant. I mean, whew. We are really getting down to the crunch of this thing. But other than that, you guys, I hope you have a really good week, that you guys had a good 4th of July last week, and I will see you guys in my next week for my 31-week pregnancy update. Bye.